subtle states of our ability are undermined. We are not using them, that's all. This meditation that is being taught by the spiritual regeneration movement is a method of beginning to use the subtle states of our faculty of experience that is already there. As if we swim on the surface of water, all activity on the surface. The deeper levels of water are silent, they are not activated, they are not used. When we take a dive, then we activate the deeper levels of water. When the deeper levels of water are activated, the activity on the deeper levels comes up to increase the activity on the surface. The surface waves become more powerful. Once we take a dive into the water, the surface waves are found to be more powerful. So when the mind enters into the experience of the deeper consciousness, the surface mind, the surface value of the mind becomes more powerful. The mental waves on the conscious mind become more powerful. Thought force increases, mind becomes powerful. So all the planes of water are there, only they are not being used. We are not activating them. Only because our span of life, our field of activity is the surface value of life, gross creation. It is only necessary to take a dive within. Take a dive within and activate all the hitherto unactivated, hitherto silent levels of the subconscious and unconscious mind in the terminology of the modern psychology. To activate the hitherto unactivated levels of the subconscious mind and make the whole field of subconscious conscious. Nothing remains subconscious or unconscious. The whole field of psyche, the whole ocean of mind becomes activated. All the faculties latent inside come up on the surface. The life becomes powerful on all avenues. This is the value of this meditation. To activate and to bring out the hitherto unused faculties of our experience, faculties of thinking, faculties of doing, all latent faculties of the mind come up to make the personality better and more powerful in all walks of life whatsoever. And this is that which Christ said, "First ye seek the kingdom of God, and all else will be added unto thee." It is only necessary to get on to the level of creation, to the field of the Creator, to the source of creation, which is pure consciousness. Getting on to that, when the mind comes out, it comes out with great creativity, great wisdom, great peace, great happiness. The whole field of life becomes worthwhile, becomes enriched in every way. That is this meditation. To bring this to everyone, everywhere. About 3 years ago, I came out of the Himalayas and started a spiritual regeneration movement. A movement to spiritually regenerate every man everywhere. And this is spiritual regeneration. That is, the spiritual values in man, the values, the qualities of the soul, the qualities of the spirit, which are absolute wisdom, absolute creativity, absolute peace, absolute happiness, the absolute field of life which is hitherto forgotten, gone on the background, should be brought up in life so that the inner glories of life may be harmonized with the outer material glories of life, and that a bridge be made between the inner and outer glories of life. And by enriching by bringing out the inner glories, the outer material glories of life may be further brightened. The purpose of this meditation is in its material advantage. The purpose of this meditation is to further brighten the material glories of life by the light of the inner self. And for that it is only necessary to take our attention to the deeper consciousness and bring it out, that is all. The whole process of bringing the inner latent faculties out is just an automatic, only we have to send our attention to that field. Coming out, it comes out inherent in the mind. This is this meditation which is offered by the spiritual regeneration movement, and the purpose is, the overall purpose of it is to develop life in all its phases, so that all that we have received as men from the Almighty, Merciful Father may be used by us. Otherwise, if the son of a millionaire doesn't use all the wealth that is destined to him and leaves a life of poverty, the father suffers more than the son. The millionaire suffers more than the son who doesn't know how to use and doesn't use the great wealth destined for him. So if we become miserable and peaceless and tense and useless in life, we are making our great, almighty, merciful Father much more miserable than what we are. The son of a millionaire not using the wealth may not see may not feel any sorrow in himself, but the father will feel sorry. He might even commit suicide, having seen his son in torn clothes and all poverty. And so no man has a right to suffer in life. No one, none of us deserves suffering in life. We have no right to suffer. We are not born to suffer. In the kingdom of the great merciful Father, Almighty merciful Father, look to that. Almighty merciful Father who has made bliss omnipresent. Bliss consciousness being the source of creation, it is permeating every object, every animate and inanimate object. It's permeating. When Christ said kingdom of heaven is within me, he meant me of everything. Me of the ceiling, me of the sand, me of the elephant, me of man, me of the flower, me of everything. And this has been the message of Mother Nature. Every particle of everything has been from times immemorial giving the message, kingdom of heaven is within me. When such is the case that the heavenly bliss is omnipresent, no one has any right to suffer. Tensions should have no place in life. Sorrows and suffering man should not know. No man has any right to suffer. Could we think of a fish being thirsty and remaining thirsty in a pond full of water? It's only necessary to open the mouth and that's it. No reason for a fish to be thirsty in a pond full of water. We cannot conceive that a fish could be thirsty in water. If it is thirsty, if a fish declares that he is thirsty and suffering from thirst, it's only necessary for it to begin to drink. And if it doesn't drink, then it has a choice to suffer. So if a man doesn't enjoy all that has been given to him, obviously and secretly. All the glories of nature, so profuse on the surface of life. Enjoy whatever you want. Secret glories of life hidden within yourself. Enjoy howsoever you want to enjoy. Enjoy to the extent you can possibly enjoy. If don't enjoy, matter of choice. The line has been made from the powerhouse, and if we want to be in darkness, we want to enjoy darkness, fine, don't switch on and remain in darkness. The line is made, the powerhouse is ready with so many turbines to push on the electricity. Use it to the extent you can. But if you don't want to use it, fine, enjoy darkness.